Long Beach, California, the city just a few miles outside Los Angeles, is home to the largest port in the United States, the Aquarium of the Pacific, and the Queen Mary. But despite the name, no one comes here for its beaches. There's no surf, and the water is notoriously dirty.
And at like low tide, the sand is all oily and yucky looking, and the water is murky. I mean, you can be in the water up to your knees and you can't see your toes. So we started going to Seal Beach.
It wasn't always this way, but in the 1940s, the Army Corps of Engineers built this breakwater wall to protect Navy ships and the shore from storm activity. But now many residents say the wall is standing between them and clean surf.
You can go down to our beaches just about any day of the summer, the hottest day of the summer, and they're pretty desolate, quite frankly. So I'd like to see more people down at our beautiful beaches, enjoying our beaches.
For years, people have talked about removing the breakwater. But now, the city is funding a study by the firm Moffitt and Nickel to see if removing the breakwater would help restore its beaches.
We don't have a complete understanding of what the breakwater does to wave activity and water circulation in Long Beach. Thus, the impetus of the study. It's our hope that the study will give us answers to those questions.
Long Beach is plagued with a polluted shore. Both the Los Angeles and the San Gabriel rivers drain into Long Beach waters. That means all the litter, debris, and waste from the city's upriver end up down here. And with the breakwater in place, the pollution stays here.
We need to clean up the trash, we need to clean up the toxic soup coming down the rivers, but we also need to bring waves back. I mean, when people think about California and they think about the coastline, what do they think about? A dead sea? No.
Robert Palmer is the chairman of the Long Beach chapter of the Surfrider Foundation, an environmental group.
Redondo or Hermosa or Manhattan Beach in the summertime, and it's packed with people. I mean, the beach is alive and vibrant, and you know, there's kids playing with boogie boards in the waters, and there's families on the beach. I think we could have that here.
Long Beach was a tourist hotspot. Amy Luke of the Long Beach Historical Society says the wall changed everything.
And there were even a few surfing competitions that were held in Long Beach because we did have such big breaker waves. They were able to even have competitions.
And all of these surfers competing in this contest, you can see the line is drawn in the sand, and they're racing from the sand into the ocean.
After the wall was built, the shoreline redeveloped.
The beach line has expanded in some areas, such as the peninsula. You can see it has almost doubled in size just in gaining sand for a shoreline. Also, the breakwater, with not having all those crashing waves coming in, it has allowed a lot of the areas downtown to dredge up water, and around the Long Beach Arena and all of the downtown marina and shoreline area is new land. So it's definitely been able to encourage development along the shoreline because they aren't worried about big tidal waves and storm crashes coming in off the ocean.
But that new development may be in jeopardy if the breakwater is removed or altered. The port, oil islands, U.S. Coast Guard, and Seal Beach Naval Base all rely on the calm waters to conduct operations. And coastal residents are worried about what may happen if the wall is removed. Even with the breakwater, residents say that this man-made sand berm is the only thing keeping their homes from flooding during high tide.
Even now, when we have storm surf and high tide and lots of wind, like we had 2 years ago in October, the city was a day late getting the berm up for some reason, and the water came up across the sand up to the boardwalk, under the boardwalk, and into homes that are the lower leveled homes, some of the older homes, and caused water damage even now. And it's always a concern for the residents. I have grandchildren who I love to have come and play on the sand and be in the water with us. We sail out here. My husband scuba dives out on the breakwater. And of course, everybody wants better water quality. There's no question about that. But how to achieve that still remains the big question.
The peninsula actually protects a much wider area, which is Belmont Shore, Belmont Park, billions of dollars worth of property. Naples, no one knows what's going to happen, but if you reintroduce the big waves from the historical waves, historically they wreck the beach. And there's no reason to think that they won't do that again.
Long Beach officials say nothing will happen with the breakwater until they see the results of the study.
I think we're at a great moment in Long Beach history where some great questions are being asked, and all we're asking for at this time is a study and information provided by that study. We're not seeking to take down the breakwater until we know what taking down the breakwater would do. We're not seeking to alter the breakwater until we know what altering the breakwater would do. So I think we've got wise people asking great questions.
The results are set to come out in late March. Until then, the wall continues to divide residents, all of them hoping for a better city. Reporting from Long Beach, I'm Tina Mather.